So a bit of a technical analysis, a bit of a market update on just the silver, gold, and also the mining stocks as well too. GDX, GDXJ, SIL, SILJ. What's the big picture telling us, like that real big picture? And then also going to drill down into what could be happening just over this next, say, week. And what we could be looking for and so on and so forth. So let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty traders, let's get straight into it. A lot of people have been asking me as well too, is like, John, how do I trade the markets? Like how do I actually trade the market? So I've actually just put up a full complete training walking you through all the details and all the steps to my number one trading strategy. Now, to me, it's the most powerful trading system on the planet, and I've been trading it for the last 15 years. And I'm going to walk you through all the details. I'm not going to hold anything back. If you go to johnsfreetraining.com, johnsfreetraining.com, I'm going to walk you through all the details so you could start to use this trading system in your trading today and absolutely crush it next year. Plus, I've got a few other bonus gifts in there as well too, some secrets that's going to help you with your trading as well too. So go to johnsfreetraining.com and I'm going to walk you through all the details to my number one trading system, or should I say the most powerful trading system on the planet. Let's get straight into silver and gold right now, because I'm really, really, really excited about what is going on right now. So let's actually start off with good old gold. And then I've got a really awesome, I've got something really, really, really awesome to share with you with silver. So let me actually go to gold first, and then I'm going to get to silver. Now, let's have a look at gold. What's been happening with gold as of late? See, what's been happening as of late, if we have a look at this, say, weekly charts, or we bring up the good old, say 12-month view, what we can see is gold has continued. There you go. There's your thing, right? Continuing. So if gold has been continuing to be in this downward sloping channel, downward. Now this is actually very, very, very good positive side. If you've been watching my videos for the last, say, week, you'll know why this is a positive sign. Now, the reason why this is a positive sign, if you haven't, if you're brand new to my channel, thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for the subscribe. I appreciate that. And by the way, guys, I appreciate every single one of you. I really, really, really do. These videos come from a lot of hard work over the last 16 years of my trading. And I just give you a different view, a different opinion on how to approach these markets. Now, moving forward, is that the reason why this is good is because we are slowly going sideways. And when the market slowly goes sideways like this in an overall big bull market, it tells you it's like a springboard. It's one of my private clients recently said it looks like it's coiling up. The spring is tightening and tightening before we explode, before we start to see this. And I truly believe that. Now, explode means like, over the course of, say, 4 months, we could see a really nice upward move. Makes sense? And so the reason why I'm saying that is because if you have a look at gold, what's been going on with gold lately? Just really not much going on in this channel, down the bottom, up to the top, and now we're here right now. So this is the overall, this is what we call the big picture, right? The 10,000 foot view. But what's going on right now on the short-term picture, and what are the key levels we need to be focusing on this week to see what's going on? And that's where we need to go into. So this is big picture, right? Big picture stuff. And even if you go to the weekly charts, that's even bigger picture. Bigger picture, weekly, big picture, 12-month view on the daily. And then the small picture, which is like what's going on right now, the finer details, is the last 3 months view. And that's how you should be viewing your charts anyway, guys, because when you start to put all the stuff that I teach you, then put all the stuff that I've been teaching you in combination of reading these markets, weekly, daily, and so on and so forth, you can start to get a really, really good picture there. Now, and by the way, guys, what I mean by that is that, if we can see a very big weekly upward trend, and then we can see the daily chart start to turn around, we're just jumping on that big upward trend. So we're looking at gold right now on the short-term chart. It's really, really, really interesting. The reason why is look what's starting to happen now. It's so fascinating. We're getting very, very, very close to to, let me actually just do this here. We're getting very, very, very close now to this. So we've just been in this upward, really nice upward, as you can see, very nice sort of upward sort of channel, maybe through here, maybe a bit of a channel. But look what's happening here. We came down, we created a higher low, we rallied up, we actually hit the top of this channel, which this is the breaking point for me. If we can break above 1900 and break out here, game on for gold. I believe game on for gold anyway, long term. But short term, anything can happen, right? But looking at this here right now is that we are holding here quite nicely. So what's happening here on the short term here? We can see that we have this nice little high and a higher low. We have a high point and we're holding here. So if we can hold here right now and not drop down, it may or may not, I don't know. But if we can hold and then break out of this sort of triangle pattern here, or this sort of triangle pattern that's forming right now, that's going to be very, very powerful for it to start that next move up that we've all been waiting for. And by the way, guys, I'm in gold myself as well too. Okay, so and so looking at that, that's what we're seeing through that. Now, the interesting thing, guys, is that on a short-term basis, we could see a bit of a drop to the downside, right? Because we are in an overall short-term downward sort of trend through here. As you can see, a bit of an overall short-term downward trend. But we are starting to get a lot of buying activity coming through here. You start to see the market starting to slowly stair step up now, instead of it stair stepping down. We are breaking past key levels of major support and resistance, which is probably through there somewhere, as you can see. All this support level back here, all this support level around the 1860 level. And you can see how it actually find a lot of support where we are right now as well too. If I bring that up just a little bit more to actually find just the recent ones. Just the recent one, you can see how over November we had all the support around that, again, that 1860 level. Bit of resistance through here. And so that's probably that level through there, isn't it? Yeah. So we had this level all through here. So that whole area, I would say, around that, it's probably not a finite number. Generally, guys, support and resistance are generally not a finite number. So it's not like there's major support at 1800. It's like, it's probably, with give or take within 10 points. As you can see, it's more like an area through here. So this whole area right now has indeed been a major support. So if we do drop below this, then I would expect to see gold come back down and probably come back down towards even this long-term channel through here. And again, guys, you might actually expect that to happen. You know what I mean? Or you might see that happen. I don't know, because we need the breakout first, don't we? That breakout's going to give us confirmation on where we're likely to go. But if we are likely to start that next leg up, then we'll see gold probably break to the upside. So as long as we stay above here and we don't break down, we're probably likely to break to the upside, and we're probably likely to start to see a nice move up. Moving over now through to silver, and silver on the big picture has indeed been very, very, very nice. Silver has been very, very, very nice. You can see silver was in this downward sort of channel through here. Let me just take this off the screen. Okay, so you can see silver was in this sort of downward motion like gold has been. But look what's happened with silver. Silver's already started to break out of this sort of triangle pattern, if you're going to call it that. There's like a bit of a descending triangle pattern, but we already started to break up and out of this level through here. So that's very, very, very powerful. If I move over through to the close-up view, and just like with gold, you can see on this close-up view with silver, is that we're starting to get a break. We're starting to make higher highs and high lows. So we're starting to get, the buyers are starting to come back in. The buyers are starting to stair step this to the upside. And as you can see, if I bring that through there, you can see a few things. Firstly, you can see that there is a bit of support and resistance level. There is a major level of support and resistance level around about. Actually, you know what? Let me just do this. There's a major support and resistance level, guys, around about the $25 level, give or take. As I said before, give or take. It's more like an area. So this whole area, I would say, you can see there's a little bit of resistance here, resistance through here, a little resistance through there. Maybe even just a bit. There's a little bit of resistance through here. So you can see all these resistance levels around the 25. So that sort of $25.50, $25.50, $25 is a pretty sort of strong support level for this week. And you can see once again, moving into this here, you can see how the market actually ran up. We had this sort of nice V bottoming action and came down, created this higher low. Then we've rallied up and now we're coming back down here. So this is a major support level. So that tells us, guys, now that there's a high probability we're probably likely to start to see something like that this week. Now, even if it does drop down, guys, if we do start to get a bit of a drop down through to here, we're probably likely to come back down to this channel and then start to see a move up. So I'm bullish overall with silver, technically anyway. Long term, if you've been watching my videos for the last few days, you know what I mean by long term. And so you can see the reasons why I'm seeing this on. Man, I can't talk this morning. So you can see what's happening through there, okay? So major support levels here, guys, around the 25.50, and we're starting to stair step up, and we're breaking out of this long-term channel. Silver's looking really, really bullish. So for me, there's a high probability we're likely to continue up from here and continue to start to see a nice move up. Moving over now through to the GDXJ. I'm just going to focus on the short-term picture. The big picture is pretty much the same across the board. We're in this downward channel. And now we're looking for a break to the upside on the GDXJ. But on that short-term picture, once again, we're starting to see, you know what, let's actually just take some of this stuff off here, because we don't want too much on the screen. You know, you don't ever want to have too many lines on the screen. You don't need it. Yes, I would have that through there. But as we can see on the short-term basis is, once again, we're starting to, let's go to the 3-month view. We're starting to get some stair-stepping action to the upside. And let me just bring this over here. There we go. We're starting to get some stair-stepping action to the upside. So, and we're squeezing up into a bit of a triangle pattern here. Once again, we have this long-term sort of resistance line. I would say it's probably somewhere through there. I would say it's probably somewhere through that level through there, because that's that last sort of few touches through there. We had a little bit of a false breakout to the downs, and then a little false breakout and then came to the downside. Then we rallied back up, and now we've hit this level of resistance through here again. So, and as you can see, we're starting to higher low again through here, as you can see. So the market's rallied up, come down, higher low, it's rallied up, hit this resistance, come back down, and now we're doing this. So the question is once again, do we actually break out of this level through here? And if we do, then GDXJ is probably going to start to see a run to probably above 65 by looking at this here. It's probably, there's that resistance up there. So probably if that happens, we're probably going to run to at least that $65 level. Probably not in 1 week, guys, but that's the overall trajectory there. But this week, guys, you need to keep an eye out for that. If we do start to break down, then you could expect the movement back down to those levels, about to say the 47 level, maybe even a bit lower. Moving over now through to the GDX. GDX is one that's just been, the GDX is actually the weakest one out of all the miners. We can see that it's just nowhere near the top of its channel. We are starting to slowly stair step up, but we're not really getting a strong stair stepping movement. So the gold stocks, the gold ETF, the GDX, is the weakest one out of even SILJ. I'll show you that in a minute. But we're really all through here. So we really need to see the GDXJ start to really get up and start to make a nice bullish move. Otherwise, they're probably going to hit this hard, because we're not getting a very strong buying move. So we really want to see this thing at least start to break above 37.50 this week for it to start to make a very, very nice move to the upside. Moving over now through to the SILJ, and this is where it gets exciting, guys. This is where it gets exciting, because the silver miners are just being like so bullish, so strong. Now, I'm actually in one of the silver miners. I'm actually in the SILJ myself. And also I'm in one silver mining stock. And the really interesting thing is that it's just so strong. Like we can see here, there's a whole area here, obviously, as you can see. And as you can see, guys, more like an area. So around that $16 level, around the $16 area, is that resistance level. But we're not that far away from from new highs for the year. So, and we're starting to break out. We're starting to get very strong. We're starting to get a very strong stair stepping movement, run up, and then a higher low. Buyers come back in, and now we're stair stepping up. So I'm very bullish on the silver SILJ, guys. And so I do expect to see, even if we do hold for a little bit here, I do expect to see this break up and go for another run on the SILJ, and moving forward to the SIL. And once again, very, very, very strong, very strong. Look what's happening here. We've got this trend line coming down the bottom here. This was a resistance point, and you can see how it actually rejected recently as well too. Let me take that off the screen so there's not too many on the screen, too many lines on the screen. We can also see, you know what, let me take that off the screen as well too. We also can see that, so that's the rejection, that's the resistance point through there. If I open up my charts here just a little bit more, we also can see that, see how we actually had this level of support. So we had this support level through here, support. Notice how we broke down past support, and then we rallied back up, and then we came back down and found support on that. This is a very, 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 very powerful, what we call an end of trend indicator, or end of trend. So the trend was, the short-term trend anyway was down. Now we're going back up. So that tells me that based on this here, this is probably going to be the final low for probably many months, or maybe even many years to come. I don't know exactly, guys, but that's giving me a high probability of that actually happening. We start, and then look what happened. Then we actually rallied out, come back down, found support. We rallied up, hit this resistance level, and now we're having a bit of a pullback. So we're starting to get a very, very, very strong movement out of these silver mining stocks. That'll be a bit of a support line that you'd sort of keep an eye out for if it did start a bit of a pullback through there. But once again, guys, you can see how that we're really starting to gallop here. We've got an end of trend indicator. We're starting to make a higher low through here. We could be making another higher low through here as well too. We're about to break out of this longer term. Remember this absolute long term sort of channel as well too. So the SILJ and the SIL is so much stronger. Same as silver, right? Silver was the one, as you can see, silver was the one that also broke out as well too. So it seems like gold and the gold mining stocks, yeah, you know, they really got some. They really got the buyers really have to come back in to show that they're still there. The GDXJ is actually, the GDXJ is a little bit more bullish, but not as much as, again, the silver mining stocks and silver are the ones that I hear no one talking about. But me, I talk about it. Why? Because I always look for the best return on my investment for my positions. And I'm seeing right now, again, the SILJ and the SIL starting to make some really, really big moves. So I hope this helps you out today, guys. Here's a bit of a recap, a bit of an update on what some things to keep an eye out for when it comes to your trading. Always keep your risk low, guys, because no matter how much you think something's going to work out, there's still a chance of it not working out and you making a loss. So always keep your risk small. And once again, if you would like to see my #1 trading system, or my most powerful trading system I've been trading for the last 15 years, and you'd like to learn all the details to that, then go to johnsfreetraining.com. That's johnsfreetraining.com. And you're going to learn all the details there. Plus, on that training, I'm going to walk you through, you know, some of the things that you must learn as well too to become a good trader, and a whole bunch of other stuff. How I actually find these trades and all this amazing stuff. Anyway, so go to johnsfreetraining.com, guys, and I look forward to speaking to you real soon.